Hey everyone, Sethi here from One Mom, and I'm here with Nick Walker from HPE. Say what's up, Nick.
What's up, everybody?
So I know you have some really interesting stories and stats with One Mom. So first, before we jump into it, can you just tell me what you do at HPE?
I am an outreach person, so basically I generate hot leads and I reach out to, whether it's white space or just different customers and try to connect them with our sales team.
Perfect. So you're definitely dealing with like top of the funnel, you're prospecting, you're trying to hunt and find new business every day.
Exactly.
Would you mind just sharing kind of what your journey was like?
Yeah. So when I first started learning about One Mob and everything, I was interested in the analytics strictly. So, I was always trying to figure out how can I send this out without the microsites? How can I just use this for my email analytics tool? And so, that's what I did for a while. But I started piddling around, and one of my buddies that was actually, he used to work here with us, Brandon, we got together and started fixing up these templates and microsites for each individual rep that we have. So we have different reps in different territories, and we work with them to try to get them meetings for their certain territory. So we started pilling around with it, and it kind of sparked my creative fuse, I guess. And so what it ended up being is I'll have a small website for each different rep. Say Joseph Hurst is my rep for the Carolinas, for instance. So everyone in the Carolinas, I'll let them know, look, this is your team. When you want to reach out to HPE, you have your own designated website. And, I feel like that resonates with people because they can go on there and feel like rather than me selling to them, they get the chance to buy, if you will. And people like to buy, people like to shop around and look and see, oh, here's some events going on. Here's something that I could do. So, getting into those microsites kind of really transformed how I was able to reach out to people instead of them saying, oh, here's another email from Nick, or what was that guy's name again? They can always hop onto their own website that they have for their specific HPE team in the Carolinas, and they have their own setup right there for everything that they need.
I love that. I love it. So you said something I really like. So you're basically building these personalized, these team microsites for these different regions. And then that way your team can kind of say, hey, here's your one-stop shop. And then you can just share that with that territory. And then that becomes essentially like their way of interacting with HPE. Instead of them going to hpe.com, they go to this more personalized kind of team space. What's been the results?
The results are phenomenal. First off, if someone is looking to get in contact with their people straight at HPE, going online on the websites and everything through LinkedIn, however they're trying to go about it, it's going to be insanely hard. So this really gives them an avenue to go straight into their territory, meet exactly who is in charge of their accounts and who has say so. I'm specifically for storage, but I always include their networking guy, their compute guy on there. They can just click, they can go over here for their compute, whatever they need. So I feel like it's really helpful for the customer to be able to have what they need right at their fingertips, but also feel like they're getting a piece of HPE with all the information that I have from, HPE's website as well on there. For the events, I'm blessed enough that I've got good territories and I've been lucky enough to, have really good attendance numbers at these events. And it's all thanks to One Mob, whether that's some of the times it'll be someone that I haven't emailed in 3 months, but they go and click on the microsite. I've kept it updated. And so they can just go see what events that there are. Oh, I might like a beer and a taco with Garrett. I'll go to that, And so it's basically just endless opportunity for them to interact with us without me even having to reach out as many times.
I love that. So, and then you brought up a good point because you're basically maintaining these microsites, updating events, updating content. So this becomes, again, a living, breathing website that you control, you get engagement. And it's, again, a simple place for them to go to see everything that's going on as well as their team.
Yes, sir.
That's
Exactly.
awesome. And then final thing, for those folks who are, exploring the platform, maybe still trying to wrap their heads, like what would you advise? Like what would you say are some, two, three tips that you would have them focus on to get the most bang for their buck like you?
Well, first, this is always my number one thing is I really love personalization. And, however you go about that, everybody is different. But coming in with something that's different than, the average or the norm or what everybody's taught is always going to get you in front of someone or get someone to be like, oh, what's this? rather than, hey, I'm this, I'm what everybody says, the standard typical outreach. This is a salesy email. Come up with your own feng shui, is normally how I do it. And, it really allows you to be creative in a world where being creative is kind of not as open as it used to be. I also, just keeping your microsites updated. The last thing you want is someone who's like, "Oh, we just got a massive new budget. Let's go see what that Nick kid sent me a few weeks ago. Let me go check out their site." And they go on there and it's not up to date, and it doesn't have all the newer events and everything that you could offer them, something that they would want to see on there. So keeping it updated and keeping it fresh is definitely important. And I really think that just having the microsite on your emails is definitely something that's going to transform your email and make it differentiate itself than, the normal salesy email that they get.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, you're spot on. I feel like a lot of companies have like these quarterly budget refreshes. So that's such a smart idea. Like every quarter, probably checking in and then saying, hey guys, the microsite has all the latest and greatest. It's easy for them. And I love this idea of putting it everywhere. We put it in the email signature. We recommend you put it on, your LinkedIn. They have these custom buttons you can put on your LinkedIn, feature it on top of your profile. Because like you said, like the more they see it, the more they'll keep remembering you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Love that. Hey, Nick, thank you so much for the time. Thanks for sharing this feedback with everyone. And I know folks have questions or they want to get some best practice from you. You're pretty active on LinkedIn, so I'll make sure that they can link to you and you can follow up with them.
Yes, sir. Reach out anytime.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.